First of all, what shape is this? Great. I want you always to write, not for marks, but at least for your own understanding, write the actual name of the shape because it helps you look up the equation. So this guy is a circle. Circle. All right. Again, in all of this page, what are you asked for? Area or perimeter? For all of them. Perimeter. Okay. Can you now look through the chart on the first page, flip the page, and tell me what is the equation that would tell you the perimeter of this circle without having to do what we did yesterday? Does anyone remember what we did yesterday to actually read the whole experiment? We used, yes, we used the plate and we estimated how much of a string we need to actually wrap the whole around the whole thing. But what's the equation? Come on, we're people who know. Okay, so C equals 2 times pi. This is the way to write pi. It doesn't have to be this fancy. You can just write the line and 2 lines times 2 times pi times sorry, yeah, sorry, r. Now, what does r stand for? Come on, where's your stuff? Come on, where's your stuff? Where is it? What's r? What does r stand for? Radius. By the way, what was the other thing other than radius? Twice as much. Starts with d. Yes. Do we ever use the diameter? Could I trick you into giving you the diameter and you forgetting to divide it by? Always divide the diameter by 2 because you need it for the equation. You need the radius for the equation. Is this diameter or radius? Come on. This one. Is this the full length or half of it? It's half. So that qualifies it to be a what? Radius. So go ahead, everyone. Just write r here. Just write r like this. Okay? All I have to do now is plug the numbers in. All right. So equals 2 times 3.14 times, what was the r? How much is the r of this circle? 2.5. Don't put centimeters yet. Save it to the end. Just remember to put it actually at the end of your final answer. Otherwise, you lose only half a mark if you forget the unit. All right. What's the answer here? I don't know. That's what my machine is going to tell me. So 2 times 3. I think 50 or 15? 15. That makes sense. So 3.4 times 2.5. 2.5. Done. That's it. Without measuring the actual circumference, we know if we measured it, we would be 15.7 what? Centimeters, exactly. 15.7 C small, M small. Done. That's it. Yep. Parameters are easy, but they could take time if you just have a lot of sides. Well, a circle is amazing because technically it only has it only has one side that just fully curves back into the same starting point. Okay, what's my next shape? A triangle. All right, my next shape is a triangle. All right, so I'm just gonna write triangle. By the way, you can just write try if you like. What's up? Oh, okay. Did you say divide by 2? That's if I want to calculate the area of the inside of the triangle, which is what the second page is for. But I just want you to calculate what the per, which is just walking around the shape. That's it. Done. I just have to give you the 3 numbers. Yep. So you write P, capital P, of course, equals. Now it doesn't matter which one you start with. Can I use this one now? Can I use the no? Because 2.5 is on the outside or the inside of the shape, and that's its height. We do not touch height when you do perimeter. You stay on the outside. You stay on the outside. You do not care what's on the inside when you do perimeter. All right, I'm gonna start from 3.8, and then I'm gonna add to it 3.3, and then I'm gonna add to it a full 5. If you add these 3 together, these 3 values together, you get 3, 3, 3, that's 6, 11. No, that's 12.1. Yes, definitely 12.1. 12.1. 12.1 what? 12.1 what? What's the unit here? No, 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 no. The unit. Are you like what are you using to measure the sides? Do you see what I mean? Again, remember, when someone asks you what's the unit, they're asking you, is it centimeters? Is it kilometers? Is it inches? Is it yards? Exactly. Here, it happens to be feet. How about this shape? Come on. Rectangle. How special is a rectangle? Each two opposite sides are equal. So, yep, there you go. Now, you don't technically have to show me that this side is 12 and this side is 21. It's understood. But if you want to show yourself, great. Does anyone remember the, okay, now what's the long way of doing this calculation? Add all four numbers. What's the quick way that we, yeah, like along this one? The other way is what? Well, since I have two of each, I could double. Yes, multiply by 2. So the equation will be P equals 2 times. Now it doesn't matter which one you double first. You want to double the 12? Great. You want to double the 21? Great. Doesn't matter. You are going to have to double both anyway. So 21 plus 2 double, or sorry, times 12. Okay, what's the double of 21? Well, 21 doubled is 42. So that takes care of the doubling of the length. Plus the doubling of 12 is 24. And what's 42 plus 24? 66 in what unit? How is this triangle? Not triangle. I always say confused. How is this? It is measured side by side in millimeters. So guess what? Also, the full string length around is in millimeters. Done. That's it. Oh, I forgot to say rectangle. Uh, I don't have enough space to say rectangle, so I'm just going to say REC. Done. That's it. Okay. What's my fourth shape? Why'd you call it inverted? I agree, but why did you call it inverted? Did you say inverted? Oh, no problem. I mean, again, technically, a triangle could have any one of its sides as its base. You could rest it along this side. You could rest it along this side. You could rest it. Yes, you have to spin it or turn it. Okay. Do you know the three sides? Great. Let's add them up. So P, I'll start with the 6, and then I'll go to the 10, and then I'll go to the 8. And 6 plus 10 is 16, 24. And what's the unit of measurement of each side? No, 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 no. Just look at what each side. Yards. Yards. There you go. And also, even if you say yards squared, is that correct? No, it's not. That would be correct sometime if I'm asking for the inside space. I'm just asking for the outside length. That is, yes, just the white. Perfect. Okay, does anyone remember? Oh, this is a try, by the way. So this is a triangle. Try. Oh, sorry. Try. Does anyone remember what we call this shape? Is this shape, by the way, is this shape a rectangle? No way. It's not a rectangle. So P equals P equals 6.3 on top. Doesn't matter how you do them, as long as you run through all four of them. 9.3 plus 7.5 on the left plus 7.5 on the right. That, I see, that's the thing. Sir is right. I didn't want to double it because I'm afraid that sometimes you might double the 7.5 and double the 6.3 and double the 9.3. Well, that would be like it has 6 sides. Nope. I will leave it up to you. If you want to double those, sure. What would this full addition be? Well, I know that 7.5 and 7.5 is 15. And if I add 6 and 9, that's another, oh, that's 30. That should give you 30.6. What's the measurement unit for this shape? You just need to look at one of the sides because I'm always going to give you the same unit for all the sides. Meters is the unit of measurement. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, that's it. All right. What's my next shape? It's a triangle. TRI. By the way, what's so special about this triangle? Are two sides of it the same? Okay, wait, hold, before you say anything, just here it is. Does it have two identical sides? Yes, it does. Which ones? The one on the right, the one on the left. How did you tell? Because of the identical kind of dashes here and here. So technically, you are more than welcome to go and to write 2.3 centimeters also here. Am I going to use the 2.1 in the inside? Nope, not yet. For the next page, but not for this page because it's on the inside. Okay, let's add. Obviously, Sarah would probably be like, can I double the 2.3? You sure can because you have two of them. But you know, you can just add them up. So P equals P. Let me just zoom out so you can see the shape as we do it. P equals 2.3 plus 2.3 plus 1.8. Well, how much is that? Well, I know that 2.3 and 2.3 is 4.6. 4.6 plus 1.8 is 6.4. 6.4. And what's the unit of measurement for all of these sides? Yes. Sure. Centimeters. Thank you. Yes. What shape is this? But what are you given? You're given the full what? The full? Do we ever need the full diameter? I mean, I could give it to you as a full diameter, but we only use what in the equation? Not the full diameter. What do you call half of a diameter? Radius. Radius goes from where to where? Well, you can go from here. Look, everyone. You can go from here to here, or here to here, or here to here. Well, we already have a line, so let's cut it in half. Where is half? Estimate. Yeah, I mean, maybe by the one, like right here. Oh, sorry. Everyone go ahead, put an X here. That's the dead center of what? Of the circle. Now, can someone tell me how much is half of 19? Well, you can just divide it by 2 or multiply it by 50%, like we did in money sometimes. How much is half of 19? I know it. How much? Did you say 10?
No, I said
9.5. Because if you double 9.5, you get the full 19. Max, what's up? When you want half of something, it's like you want to divide it by 2 people, right? Because each person will get half of the money you have. So, everyone, let's write 9.5 here. Look, let's write 9.5 here. And let's also write 9.5 here. Although you only need to show me once. Because it is 9.5 both ways. Okay, great. Now I know that the radius is this guy. So I want you to point and say radius. R-A-D. Who knows how to finish the spelling of radius? I-U-S. Yes, 6 letters only, not 7. I-U-S. Great. Now what is the equation? C. No. Okay. Hold on. We call everything perimeter except for what shape? Circle. We call it a special name, circumference. And that's why we call it capital C, or we use capital C for it. So C equals what? Yeah, but yeah, exactly. With a slight added amount of work because you had to divide by the 2. 2 times 3.14. Yeah, by the way, you can skip the pi symbol. You are more than welcome just to go. You are more than welcome to start with this line, everyone. With this line, with all the numbers you need. If you want to show me the equation first, that's completely up to you. I'm not going to take marks off if you don't show the green line. All right. So times what? Times 9.5. How much is this? Well, whatever it is, 2 times 3.14 times 9.5. Who got 59.66? I just want to make sure I did not, because remember, my calculator buttons are very sensitive. I think it makes sense. So 59.66. And what's the unit of measurement for this circle? Feet. What shape is this? Can I technically call it a rectangle? Yes, everyone. Okay, hold on. Remember what the projector does. It squishes it. By the way, on your paper, it is a perfect what? Because when you print, a printer does not squish. It does not distort. A projector squishes. That's why, by the way, does this even look like a perfect circle or more oval? Yes, more elliptical, more ellipse. That's why this one squishes this way. So, by the way, Is this a square then? Yes, it is. Can you still call it a rectangle? Yes. You can call a square a what? But you cannot call a rectangle a what? Yes. Every square is a rectangle. It's just a perfect rectangle. What does it mean to have the same number of dashes everywhere? They're all the same, which means you are more than welcome to write 13.2 here, 13.2 here, 13.2 here. So to 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 what? To get the perimeter, you can add the same thing how many times? Or multiply the same number by what? By 4, because you're, by the way, has anyone heard of the word? Okay, what does it mean to double? What does it mean to triple? So multiplied by 3. Nice. When you multiply something by 4, you can, there's a word for that. You can call that quadruple. So for example, if you have some money and I have 4 times as much as you have, I could say I have quadruple what you have. Not
Which
double,
sounds
not
weird.
triple.
It
I know,
sounds weird,
but
yeah.
but you know what? You never know what math teacher will give it to you as a word problem and expect you to know what it means. So from now on, just know that quadruple means times 4. So, by the way, can I call it? Can I do C equals? Why can't I call it C? Because only, no, you know what? Nice. Only a circle that begins with C can have a C for what circumference? Everything else you call it what? Perimeter, which is P. So P equals, I don't care if you add or if you take the shortcut by multiplying 4 times the single length. What's 4 times 13.2? 52.8. So 52.8. What is that one more shape? How special is this triangle? Just look at the sides. The sides are all the same. 5 inches here, 5 inches there, 5 inches here. So go ahead. Let's use the 5 inches. Does anyone know what you call? I like to call this a perfect triangle because it's the same everywhere. Does anyone know what we call a triangle that has 3 identical sides? How many people have heard of equilateral triangle?
Oh yeah.
Yes, P equals 3 times 5, which is how much? 15 inches. Done. That's it. That's how easy it is to calculate perimeters. You just have to know what size you're dealing with. Okay, everyone, let's go to the areas, which, by the way, for some of them will be easier. For some of them, there will be slightly more work. Okay, Jalil, let's go to the third page, the one page by itself, the one that doesn't have another side. Okay, do we at least have the same exact thing? Yes, we do. But now I'm asking you for something different. I want you now to tell me, look, I want you to tell me, look, everyone, yes, how much painting I need if I wanted to paint the inside. That's what area means. Always think of painting. Just make sure you fully paint and do not, well, don't go outside, but don't miss any spot inside. Okay. Can someone tell me what's the equation for the area of a circle? Look at the so look at the chart on the first page. Where does the 2 go? It's not at the beginning of the equation. It's where? At the end. Okay. Uh-huh. Yes, you're multiplying by itself, not by 2. By the way, everyone listen up. Doubling and squaring are what? Are not the same. Doubling is just multiplying something by 2. Squaring is multiplying that something by itself. So for example, if I ask you right now, what's the double of 5? 10, right? 5 times 2. What's the square of 5? Not 5 times 2. 5 times 5, which is 25. Totally, totally different answer. Okay? Yes, exactly.
Oh, what's the
With the square. So what's the area? Area equals, come on, everyone. 3, yeah, you see? 3.14 now is first times. Are you given the radius? Look at the shape. No, no, no. Hold on. Does this look like a radius or a diameter? That. That looks like a radius, which is good news. We always want nothing but the radius. So times what? Times 2.5. And what do you put on top of the 2.5 here? You put a small, make sure it's always a smaller handwriting or a smaller font, 2. Yes. So how would you do this? Everyone, this is my suggestion. I suggest we do the 2.5 squared first, especially if you have a single display calculator like this one. Yes, like those ones. If you have a double display, you are more than welcome to enter the whole thing in one shot. I'm just telling you different ways, and you just go with whatever pleases you. So, I'm gonna. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna keep the 3.14, but what? Sorry, without the multiplication sign. What is just this? What's 2.5 times 2.5? Anyone? I know it. Come on, what's 2.5 times 2.5? Go. 2.5 times itself. Or use, how many people know how to use the square button? In your calculator or even on your cell phone. It always has to look something like this. Look, everyone. I don't know if you can see it clearly. Like this. There has to be a tiny 2, thank you, on the upper level, above the number. Yeah. Yes. Obviously, because the most common one is the 2, you don't need shift or anything. Other powers, you need other shift or buttons to get to it. I can show you. I can show you once we're done. 6.5. Okay. So what's this? Well, the rest is just easy. 3.14 times 6.25. How much? 19.625. Here's my question now. 19.625. What's the unit of measurement here? But am I or are we? Are we doing a perimeter now or the area inside? How do you always measure the area inside? Using the same unit, but you put what? You put a square on top. Remember, when you rent an apartment, everyone's asking you, how big is the square footage? No one ever says, how big is the footage? How big is the square footage? Because usually in apartments, it's in feet squared. So go ahead, centimeters squared. Done. That's it. Was that too bad? You just had to remember what to do and how to finish your unit for the answer. What's my next shape? Come on. A triangle. Can someone look at the chart and tell us what's the area of any triangle? I'll give you a hint. That's the equation where you need to divide by what? Divide by 2. So what's the equation? Come on. What times what divided by 2? I'm asking for 2 whats. What times what? Okay, Max wasn't with us yesterday, so it's okay if he doesn't know it. Who was here yesterday and can look at the chart? Come on, people, look at the chart because this is how we learn how to use your notes for tests. Say again. Say again. Base, how wide the base is, times what? Height, not the sides, the height, straight up, divided by 2. Yes. So, can someone tell me how wide the base is? The way it's lined up. How much? 5 feet is the ground. How high is this triangle? Yeah, not 3.8, not 3.3, a straight going up 2.5. Great, we're ready. So, area equals, what's my base again? 5. What's my height again? 2.5. And I divide by what? 2. You don't negotiate that. The 2 has to be there. Okay. Can someone tell me what should I do first? Like which part of this calculation should I safely do first? Yes, of course. Look at these two. They're on their own level. Get rid of them first. So what's 5 times 2.5? Well, yes, indeed. 5 times 2.5 is 12.5. And then you divide that by 2. So you get an area of this triangle of 6 point what? In what unit? Nah, it's an area. What? So what squared? Feet squared. Feet squared. What shape is that? The third one. How easy is it to find the area of a rectangle? What's the equation? Two
Base
things
times
multiplying
height.
each other. No. Okay.
Hang on.
No, no, no.
Nope.
What? No, no. Before you say that you are thinking you're incorrect, can you still
Length
take?
times width.
Wait. Can you call it base times height? You know what? In a way, yes, you can. I mean that thing. Everyone, look, look, everyone. This could be the base of it, and this could be the height of it. But what's a very neutral way? Length times width. How long is the side of this triangle? What's the long side? No. And what's the short side? So you say area equals 21. By the way, if someone says width times length, are they still correct? Of course, it doesn't matter which one comes first. But obviously the common way is to start length times width. I have yet to see anyone, student, teacher, person, jump to saying naturally width times length. Everyone has been taught length times width. So how much is 21 times 12? 252. Say again? Exactly. Not just millimeters, because that would be length. We're talking about area. I love the way you say, yeah, 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 Mr. Ramadan. Hush, hush, hush. I know this one. Done. You know what? I like the way you think. Whenever you have an area problem, I had a student once who started by writing the unit first because they knew that they could what either completely forget it or write it without the what without the what without the power of 2 to the square. Yes. Okay. Look at this triangle. Look at this triangle. How big is the base of this triangle? Yeah, this is perfectly resting on the ground at a base of 8. How high is it? Exactly, straight up. Yeah, apparently this is a right triangle. By the way, just to Ty's point, I think he said a right triangle. No, no, someone else said this was a right triangle. I think yeah, Julie. By the way, everyone, look up here. Everyone, technically, you cannot claim that you're sure that this is what kind of a triangle unless you see the what? The square. If I don't show you the square, you either suspect that it might not be a right triangle, like that might be a perfect 90 degrees, or you raise your hand, ask Mr. Ramadan, did you mean to show us the square, but you forgot to copy paste it? Oftentimes I do. Okay? Regardless of this, do you know how long the base is? Do you know how high the height is? Great, we have both numbers that we need. So, by the way, feel free to add the square. It doesn't really change the fact that you know both. But let's say, yeah, it does look like a right triangle, so might as well make it look like. So area equals what? Base times height, all dividing 2. All right. What's 8 times 6? Anyone? I know it because I know the multiplication table. Come on. 48 divided by 2. How much is half of 48? 24. And what's the unit of area here? It's in yards, but it has to be what? With a power of 2. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Which one? Sorry, are you talking about what? This one? Okay, everyone. The middle one here, listen up. Yes, the middle one here is the quote unquote toughest of all, only because it has the most amount of numbers that we need to care about. Okay, first of all, what shape is this? Just like the first one, it was a trapezoid. Okay, hold on. Okay, everyone, look. It's a plus b in a bracket times height divided by. But what is the a and what is the b? Because oftentimes when you tell me simple, yes, what's a? So which one of those is a? Which number? According to the chart from which one? Everyone, go ahead. Yesterday we labeled this guy to be a. So go ahead and write a here. So you always and the b, the bottom base, was the one we labeled b. So what's the height of this, everyone? Can someone tell me what's the inside height? Yeah, inside height. So everyone go ahead and label an H next to this. H. Do I have the 3 numbers I need? I sure do. I just need to be careful about the bed mass I'm going to do right now. Okay? So let me show you how to do it slowly. Area equal. Oh, no, first I have to open a what? Everyone, eyes on me. I have to open a what? I have to open a left side part of the bracket. So I'm going to zoom in so much so people can see clearly. All right. So let's do this. Bracket. What do I put first in the bracket? The A, which is 6.3. Oops, sorry. 6.3. 9.3. Times what? No, no, no. Hold on. Look at the chart from yesterday. No need to guess, everyone. You're always going to have open notes. Times what? We've done the A. We've done the B. Times what? Times the H, which is 7.3. Okay. What's the first thing? Okay. Hold on. To Max's point. To Max's point. We're not going to learn BEDMAS. But I need to know how to use BEDMAS. What part of this do I do first? I do the bracket. So that means I have to add 6.3 plus 9.3. Well, that is, okay, hold this. Let's put here just to check my answer against it. 6.3 plus 9.3 is 15.6. So 15, everyone, 15.6. Still times what? Yeah, we haven't touched that yet. Now we will deal with it. What is that? I'm not sure. Well, 15.6 times 7.3 is going to be an interesting decimal. 113.88. Still, I have to divide by what? Yes, 56.94 meters squared. Everyone, meters squared. Right here. Okay, what shape is this? Do I know how wide the base is? How big? How big? 1.8. Do I know how high the top of the triangle is? How big? Sorry, how high? Great, I got the two numbers for a triangle that I need. That's all. A equal base, which is 1.8, times height, which is 2.1, all divided by 2. All right, let's get the top part first. I'm just going to write the 2 for now. 1.8 times 2.1. 3.78. I still need to divide by. I still need to divide by what? By 2. What's 3.78 divided by 2? 1.89. In what? In centimeters with a small power of 2. Everyone, make sure everyone, a, a common mistake is to write this. Look, look. Is this correct?
No.
The 2 has to be what? Small and where? Yes. That. Nope. You're right. Thank you. All right. So far, so good. Okay. Hey, let's do this triangle now. What are all the sides we said? 5, which means the base is 5. Okay, so 5 inches. But how high is it? Yeah, it's not 5 on the inside. It's 5 on the outside. It's 4.3 on the inside. Great. We know the base. We know the height. So A equals. But what's the first thing? Base times all divided by 2. How much is 5 times 4.3? Well, that's 20. 21 point half, yes, or 21 and a half. Thank you. So equals 21.5 divided by 2, which is how much? Let me just zoom out. 10.25. 10.25. But it's in squared inches. Yes. What shape is this? It was okay. I can't say you're wrong, but it's even better than a rectangle. It's a what? It's a square of 4. It's a square, which means all 4 sides are the what? Same. So technically, when you end up multiplying length times width, you're just multiplying what? You're just multiplying the same length by the same width. Only for a square. Only for a square. So you can just say this now. A, everyone, A equals. Okay, you are more than welcome to repeat them, but or no. Hold on. Times 4 would be what we did to get the what? To get the again to get the perimeter, right? I don't need all 4 sides now. I only need how many sides? For length and for width. So 13.2. How much is that? I think it's 170 something. Yep. That. By the way, you can hit square here if you like. It's the same thing. 174.24. In what unit? Hmm. Centimeters squared, because I'm looking for the inside space. I don't have much space after the numbers. So okay. What shape is that? Circle. But what are you given? You're shown the full. You don't use that. Otherwise, your answer will be bigger than what it actually is. And much wrong. Oh, by the way, so much wrong. So what do? You choose the center, wherever you might guess it is. I'm going to guess it's right here near the 1. And then that means this is 9.5 feet. Also, this is 9.5 feet. Each one of those is a what? What is a what? A radius. Thank you. Okay. Who remembers the equation for area of a circle? Yes. This time you don't start with the 2. You keep the 2 till the end as a power. So you start with 3.14 times 9.5 to a power of 2. So 3.14 times, and I'm gonna put a bracket under this to tell you that whatever is here is just for this. Wait, what, sorry?
That's a thing.
Sure. Let's just 9.5 squared. Hold on. 90.25. What's the final answer? I don't know. Let's just multiply. So, did anyone get an answer? Sure. So how much? 283,385. In what measurement unit? Feet with a square.